Thank you for joining me. In this video, we're gonna cover some of the best tips that we have for Zoom guitar lessons. And this is gonna be a three-part series, so definitely check all three videos out. Let me start by saying that we are not endorsed or associated with the company Zoom, but we believe that video conferencing is a great way to do guitar lessons remotely. One of the best tips that we have, and this is a little bit of the center of getting a great communication, is to have a proper device. And we will prefer if you can do a laptop. A laptop generally will have a stronger Wi-Fi connection, and at the same time, the ability to tilt the screen is really big for guitar because we can see sometimes different angles, which is going to be covered more in the second video, but at the same time, that is very useful. So a laptop also is going to give you the ability to disabling some functions that we need the software to be changed. And the reason is because these functions tend to work more for speech and a little bit get in the way of doing a music class. So you can't really disable those functions on an iPad or a phone. So we will prefer if you actually do use a laptop. Keep in mind that we know a lot of students are not going to have a laptop themselves. So maybe it's important to schedule the class in a time that you as a parent can allow your child to use your laptop for those 30 minutes. So we definitely want to encourage you guys to restart the device before doing the class. Laptops are used sometimes all day in different softwares and different applications, and sometimes all of those can get a little bit competing for audio, for video. So if you can definitely restart the device prior to the class, that's gonna make it a lot easier to have no issues when you start, especially to not lose any time of your class time. So we also want to try to encourage as much as we can parents to have two devices, because we have play along tracks, we have things that we can send to the student to play with, and that we're not going to be able to hear it unless it's played on a second device. The second device can be another iPad, can be a phone, so it doesn't have to be anything particularly fancy, but it's very useful for guitar, especially because we start teaching guitar a lot with one note at a time, to have them be able to play music on their end, so actually we can hear it and they can get also, as much as they can, a positive experience that sounds a little bit fuller. Now let me cover a little bit the settings that you need to change if you do have a laptop. You're gonna go into the preference menu of the software, and there we want you to go into audio. Once you get into audio, it's super important to uncheck adjust microphone levels automatically, and at the same time we want you to click on advanced and go there to two more settings in which it says suppress persistent and intermittent background noise. Those two we would prefer if you put them on disabled, because part of the software tries to always look for fans, noises, let's say a street car, that type of thing. But sometimes when we have students playing piano, the piano gets confused, like if it was background noise. And for us as teachers, it can get cut off out of the signal. So if the student is playing guitar and he's playing a little bit soft, sometimes we're going to get the signal a little bit cut off by those settings. So definitely, if possible, disable those two settings. We're going to cover a couple of other things regarding having a really good communication on the audio and on the video 3, but definitely those are some of the best tips that we have so far. We would like to encourage you to check parts 2 and 3, in which we're going to be covering angles, how to sit, and at the same time some other accessories that we believe are really important for a successful class over Zoom. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.